question should come up that if I'm such a big expert on romance and relationships and how to acquire them, why am I still single? Well, it's because there are three different types of romantic situations. There's those who aren't interested at all and don't really make any effort at all, although they could fall in love and be with somebody. There just isn't any effort. That's one type. The second type is the person who will take the first guy or girl that smiles in their direction and they're in a relationship, which explains why some people are able to hook up just like that and go from one relationship to another, while others, like myself, have these great difficulties. And I fit into the third category, which is the fussy one, because I've decided that not only does she have to be of childbearing age, between, let's say, 27 and 31, but she must also be of Japanese descent, Chinese descent, Korean or Vietnamese, or even possibly Filipino. And I would settle for no one else based upon my, what traits I desire. That's the extreme level of fussiness in a relationship. And that is why, one of the reasons why I'm still single at this point, is because I've narrowed it down so much. Now, people who narrow their relationships down to find points like I did are the most likely to be in a happy, stable, long-lasting relationship or marriage, depending if you're into going through the marriage ceremony. We're not likely to divorce anytime soon because we value the relationship that we work so hard to form and especially find. But for those who can hook up with anyone who smiles their way or talks to them and form a relationship like that, these are the people that end up in the divorce courts or end up getting involved with someone who they're just not compatible at all, and they completely ignore all the signs and warnings and the signs of incompatibility, and they go straight into the relationship, and it turns into a complete disaster because the two people were never meant to be together. They just did not fit each other. There was nothing in common. But because she or he smiled in their direction, they went with them and developed a relationship like that. And these relationships could last weeks, months, maybe a couple of years, maybe 3 years, but they all die because the person puts no effort into finding the right person that is for them. The fussy relationship. There is a fourth category which isn't very popular these days, which is arranged marriage between the family of one individual and the family of another individual. Make an arranged marriage deal and bring the man and woman together. These can also end in extreme disasters, even to the point in many cases where the woman is murdered by her husband. But that's why. That's why I'm still single, because I fit into the third category of the fuss budget, the person who's looking for the ideal and will settle for nothing less than. So if you're like me and you see your friends or people around you hooking up immediately, one after the other, it's because they're just settling. They'll take the first happy face that looks in their direction, and they will pay the price for it because they don't sit down and think things through or examine, am I compatible with this person? Should I be with this person? You need to study the situation. You need to be compatible to have a long-lasting, fulfilling relationship with someone. If you're a settler, then that's fine if that's what you like. Sometimes they do work out. It's not. I think it's somewhere around a 70% divorce rate for that sort of situation. And it may even take decades for the problems accumulate into a divorce. But it's eventually, if you're in a situation, find yourself in a situation with someone that you're not compatible with, it's going to collapse eventually.